Well, Durwood Zaelke is a climate specialist and joins us live now from Washington. Durwood, thank you very much for your time, first of all. We understand that more rain is expected with further flood alerts in place. What are meteorologists saying? Why is the flooding, or why has it been so extreme? And had this been forecast?
Well, when the climate gets warmer, as it is, as we continue to put climate pollution into the atmosphere, it holds more moisture, and it's releasing that moisture in these localized extreme events where there used to be 100-year flood where it would occur once in 100 years. It's now occurring, every year or two. So climate change is clearly part of the problem. You warm up the oceans. The oceans then put more moisture in the atmosphere. And when you have these extreme events, they pick up the energy from the ocean and bring it inland. So that's one thing that as we do the retrospective in Texas, there will be many questions that have to be answered. And the first, among the first, would be, what is the role of climate change, and what can we do to control such events in the future so we don't have this tragic loss of life as we have had in Texas?
Durwood, you mentioned questions being asked now. Among those questions being raised, whether adequate flood warnings were actually provided, and why people weren't evacuated ahead of this flooding. What's your analysis of those two questions being raised now?
Well, we'll have to wait for the definitive answers, but I would start the inquiry by noting that you can't cut the budgets for the agencies that provide the weather forecast. You can't cut the budgets and fire the scientists who tell us how to build the models that predict the weather and of course, predict climate change as well. You can't fire the responders from the Federal Emergency Response Agency, FEMA, that are needed at this moment for these suffering people. You can't do that and expect the system to work as well as it should work. So yes, I think the inquiry is going to have to look deep and hard at what a budget has done, what a budget cut has done to hurt people in extreme events just like this one in Texas.
And Durwood, with further weather warnings in place, or further alerts or flood alerts in place, what sort of precautions will be put in place ahead of those? What safety precautions now will be in place?
Well, when you see a river that is capable of rising by 8 or 9 meters in 45 minutes, you have to get to high ground. I mean, that's the sensible thing. Stay out of the area, no matter whether you have a house there or business there. Get out of there, and get to high ground. I mean, that's incredibly important. And then, after the weather clears and the inquiry starts on the blame, then it's also important to consider how you actually slow down climate change. And the people of Texas, it's a big state, plays a big role in the election of our leaders. All the people in Texas need to educate themselves about the causes of climate change, about the solutions to climate change, because there are solutions, and there are solutions that Texas is in the vanguard of for clean energy on wind, for example. They're a huge success with wind, and right now it's a time for prayers and deep reflection about why we've done such a poor job for the people of Texas. And then we start thinking tomorrow about how we can do better in the future.
Durwood, thank you very much for your time. Durwood Zaelke speaking to us live there from Washington.